How's it going, everyone? Sethphir here, and welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy video. Today is going to be the Day 6 guide, and we're going to cover a lot of new and exciting things in here, including void rifts, and a lot of other valuable information that will be even very useful beyond Day 6. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So by now we have established a daily routine of the things that we're going to need to do, so we're going to do a speedrun daily routine checklist. And the first thing you're going to do when you log in is going to be bounties. Make sure you go over here and check these out. Complete your bounties for the day. That's going to be very important. The next thing you need to do is the main storyline. You should end on the Warren Snowfield main quest, and that next chapter will unlock tomorrow, along with an increased level cap. And since today's level cap is 36, we might see a level 39 level cap tomorrow. Since that's the trend, it's been going up by 3. The next thing you want to do after that is the runes. Make sure you check those out because there are several new runes, including BO1 on normal, which will allow you to get a blue pair of boots, as well as jetpack shards, which are very cool. Then you will also get access to D01 on easy, which will give you blue gloves and a few other good things like this SSR relic shard, Omnium shield. And then finally, this tricky one, you're going to get AO1 on hard mode, which will give you another blue item pair of bracers, as well as missile pod shards, which are very valuable. There are some hidden chests in here that are quite tricky, so I'll definitely try to put out some more runes guides to help you guys out in the future there. So once you've done that, you're going to make sure that you spend your vitality. You're going to use your vitality up here. Nothing has changed, guys. Interstellar 5-star Stargates is going to be your best route to go if you can get the 3-star ones with the 5 materials. Other than that, you can consider using it on gold. We're still waiting on Joint Operation to get higher difficulty, and then Omnium Beacon super RNG, so maybe if you're feeling lucky, you could go for it. And then we have the Mia's Kitchen. Make sure you're checking out your Mia's Kitchen. It's going to refresh at 5 a.m., at noon, and 6 o'clock server time. So go ahead and check those out and make sure you collect that because that's like 20k XP, which is pretty nice. Then we have our daily low gifts, which are located in the black market. So black market here, make sure you talk to Hopkins, get your 2 free daily gifts for awakening. And then also on Cetus Island, the claw machine. So make sure you do that as well. You could play that 3 times. So that should give you the daily gifts in there. And then finally, we have our training. Make sure you go down to your challenge and do your training for today. Today for me, it's memory training, which is really fun. I really like this one. You match up the little shapes. And then we also have this sort of like dodge the ball thing. This one's very hard. So let me know how you guys do in the comments down below on this one. It's a little bit tricky. I really dislike this one. It's very picky. It's very picky. I'll just say that. All right, that's going to be it for the speed run there. That's the daily routine. You're going to establish that. It's going to be pretty much the same every time, and it will kind of increase as it goes on. Once you're level capped, or not level capped, maybe if you're close to level cap, you could consider doing some of the side quests that are required for the story mission. So that's going to be over here right on the side. So you can do some of those that are required to unlock the story rewards so you can get your extra omnium, and then probably open some supply pods from there if you really don't have anything else. All right, now let's dive into the weekly refresh. What is new? Weekly refresh. This is going to be important. So the Bygone ladder has officially reset. You're going to see a new bracket here, and your rewards are going to be calculated. You see this is the new bracket, and I can see this week I got some competition, so that'll be fun to look forward to. But there's a whole new bracket, and these rewards are going to increase. You're going to start seeing purple crystals in the dust store. We'll talk about that because that's going to be coming later on this week once we get there, and you're going to have a bigger portion of modules to gain here, so that's going to be a very nice increase. So make sure to claim your rewards from last week and check that one out. On top of that, your crew is going to be resetting for the week, so you're going to have access to new crew missions, and I was able to finally do the Void Rift mission, so I got to cash in on that one, as well as a new mission track reward here for the crew so everybody can get points. And then, of course, as always, make sure you're checking your daily donation. But since we reset the week, check your reward tab here. You're going to collect points from your crew, so you should get dark crystals plus a box that can contain more dark crystals or rolls and all kinds of goodies. We'll open that tonight on the live stream, so that'll be pretty cool, so we'll check that one out. So that's going to be it for the crew. In addition to the crew, Claire's Dream Machine has reset. I got some good ones this week, guys. Some real good ones. So I did all 7 of mine. The first one I got was a boss fight. It gave me gear. The second was a boss fight, which gave me relic shards. I was happy on that one. The third one was a tower defense, which gave me upgrade modules, like the booster module and the advanced module. Then I got this sort of like falling collect the bubbles game. It's like the Chansey game in Pokemon Stadium. I got 2 matrices chips as well as 3 random matrices there, so that was decent. The fifth one I got was the maze, which is the relic shards one. I got that one. If you ever get the maze where it wants you to reach the end in a certain time, use your Omnium hand cannon and you can boost yourself up and walk on the top of the maze and just cheat and walk straight to the end. It's so good. So that's the secret little tip for those of you watching there, so make sure you use that one. It is fantastic. And then my 6th one, I got a boss fight again for relic shards, and finally the 7th, I got a sort of turret, like tower defense type mode, and I got nucleus for that. I got 2 gold nucleus and 6 black nucleus, so I was very happy on my rewards this week. The best rewards you can get is like nucleus, relic shards. Those are all very powerful, and especially those upgrade modules like the advanced modules, so they're quite nice to get. So with that out of the way, that's Claire's out of the way, we do also have a new Wanderer's Log. We're going to have access to Chapter 7. You won't be able to fully complete this, but you can get 9 out of 10 because you're going to have to wait on this level cap tomorrow. So there's quite a few things in there. And the best part about this Wanderer's Log chapter is that we are going to get 4 purple pepper matrices, which is going to be awesome. You can put a full set of pepper on your weapon, which will increase your weapon charge rate by like 10% or something like that, or 15%. And that's definitely a nice thing to have, especially for free-to-play players. That is really good news. So in addition to the Wanderer's Log, we now have the introduction of a new game element, which is going to be the 4-player mode called Void Rifts. Void Rifts is a challenge where you enter a stage that has a bunch of hidden power-ups. You collect them all as a team, and then you trade those power-ups amongst your team of 4 players. So you want to give your fire power-ups to your guy that's using fire stuff, your healing power-ups to your healer, your tank power-ups to your tank, and then distribute those like that. And then you're going to fight a boss at the end of it, and the boss can be challenging. We were able to kill it pretty quickly because my crew has just ridiculous stuff. We all have like 6-star nemesis, but let me know how you guys do in the comments below. Was it hard for you? The affixes have a giant list. You'll see more as time goes on. And for this week, we have very easy lists. We have flame vulnerability, so that means that the target is going to take 50% increased damage from flame. And then we have iron wall, which means that they're going to have a 15% max HP shield every 2 minutes. So it's like decent. It's decent for them, but it's not going to be too hard. But later there are some very hard power-ups, and this does scale with levels, so eventually you're going to see a very difficult version of this. And make sure when you do clear this boss, you can collect these 20 dark crystals for having done it the first time. I believe there's like a bunch of bosses up in here, so you can go ahead and kill them all and see how it is. So you can have a kill and loss record versus each boss. It's kind of cool. It's got some interesting stuff there. But I'll be releasing a full guide on that later today, so be on the lookout for that. I'll show you exactly what my team did, exactly what my team traded their stuff, and our encounter with the boss itself. So with Void Rift being out, that's the new thing. The other thing that's new is that some of the time-gated chests in the world are going to be unlocking. You can see several supply pods that will be off of their timer. So there's going to be new things for you to potentially collect, as well as world exploration points, those little white diamonds on the map. So there's a lot of things going on there. And then we get into the good stuff. The shop has refreshed, so make sure you check out the hot section. You're going to be able to get 3 more matrices boxes at 28% off. So if you are a Dolphin player, that is a good place to go. If you're free to play, I wouldn't worry too much about that, but also keep in mind that your Vitality solution has refreshed for the day, so you'll be able to buy that 50 if you're free to play, the 50 and the 100 if you're a Dolphin or a Whale, and then the 200s if you're a Giga Whale or Leviathan. So that's going to be your route to go for that. In addition to the shop refreshing, there is also a commissary refresh. So we're going to have some different things in here. So all these advancement modules and booster modules from last week are going to be available again. So I would definitely prioritize these. And you're going to see a lot of blue gear in the shop. It's going to be tempting, but just hold on, guys, because at level 40 onward, we're going to start getting purple gear, and that's going to be good. You can use these blue gears to feed into the purple gears later on, but just make sure you have enough to cover your modules first. And then if you want to consider special gifts to maybe get a little bit further with the awakening power, that might be a better purchase than just purchasing random blue equipment that you're going to replace very quick, right? Yeah, it is a little bit of XP, but it's nothing too great. None of these other shops have changed very much unless your crew is ranked up, which you probably haven't. And even if your crew does rank up, the only thing you would want to consider is maybe legendary SSR relic shards. That might be a good option. The purple gear is way too expensive and not worth it. And then finally, we have a refresh on the support shop, so make sure you're getting these support joint supply chips right here, 3 a week. This is the minimum. You need to at least get all 3 of these. Remember that the support point cap is 1,500 a day, so 1,500. If you can get the black nucleus, that's great, and if you can get the gold, well, that's really good for you, but you definitely spend a lot of time on that, so just keep that in mind. And then the point store, there's nothing different too much there, so that's going to be the same as always. So with those out of the way, I have some final notes. This is something important that we're going to talk about, which is going to be... oh, actually, we did forget one thing. The newcomer event. The newcomer event has a refresh on all of the objectives. So you're going to be able to get more rewards and points. So we're now ascending into the thousands level. So I got my 900, which was really good. It gave me 15 relic shards, and the 1000 gave me 5 gold matrices rolls, which is fantastic. And then you can get some more gold nucleus, relic shards, and a bunch of other good stuff all the way up to 1400. So there's going to be new objectives for that. You will slowly complete that over time. So no worries. You got all week. No big pressure there. And then finally, the one topic I want to dive into, the Clotho Supply Pod. I know a couple of people were asking me about this on stream and what do you do with this thing? So the way this works is you get a Clotho Supply Pod and it's activated on your account. Then it has a sort of discount meter based on time, and if you let it go all the way to the end, it's free. So there is a strategy to this. If you can see that this 80% off point refreshes in a day and 17 hours, so you're going to reach that point. When you reach that point, if you're like a dolphin or a whale player, you might want to consider buying it here, because when you buy this, it's going to pass like a day, and then it's going to give you a new Clotho Supply Pod that's going to have the gold nucleus as well. Because the duration between waiting for this point, this 80% off to go to free, is an entire week. So it's quite a while. But if you're straight free to play, then yeah, you can wait that whole week and just cash in and get that for free. But if you're a dolphin or a whale player, I probably recommend getting it at 80% off, because in the closed beta, it refreshed for us like right after that. So we got a new one, and you can start counting, you can start getting progress towards that 80% off on the new Clotho Supply Pod. So that's going to be very good for you to go there. In addition to that, we'll talk about PvP. PvP is going to be calculated at the end of the month. So go ahead and take a look at where your PvP is at the moment, and then figure out where you want to get. Because at the end of the month, this thing is going to calculate. So if you scroll down here, it's going to show you how this goes. And it's going to say that if it's been less than 20 days since the launch of the Wanderer server, then the results will be conducted on the first day of the following month. So that's going to be the way it goes. So it's going to be the first day of the following month, so like after. But since we have 20 days, since we launched on August 10th, it should be calculating on that August 31st. So once it refreshes over and we go into September, we should have a rank reset. So you're going to get rewards distributed based on that. So if you're Grand Marshal rank, you're going to get the max rewards. So make sure you're grinding out that to at least get that. You don't have to be top of the ladder. Like, you do get some little benefits, but as long as you reach Grand Marshal rank, you should be good to go. That will give you the bulk of everything right there. And it's not hard to get Grand Marshal rank. It just takes some time. You just have to play a good bit. Like, you don't have to have the best win ratio. Like, you can see that some people here have like 60% win ratio. I'm sure there's people even lower, like 60. Yeah, 60 right here, 58%. And they're getting really close to winning or getting the Grand Marshal rank, right? So that's going to be pretty easy for them. All right, that's going to be pretty much everything for the Day 6 guide. I do want to announce that we have a live stream today on August 15th at 6 p.m. EST. So come to my live stream. If you want to ask me any additional questions about any of this content, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing Bygone Phantasm. I'm going to be doing PvP. I'm going to be doing some summons on the banners. We're going to see what we get. We have massive streamer luck on these rolls. Everybody that's been to those live streams knows what I'm talking about. Everybody that shows up seems to get all the characters they want. It's crazy. Maybe superstitious if you ask me, but it's definitely a fun time. So come join us for that, and it will definitely be good. All right, that's pretty much going to be it for this one. If this guide has helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more content coming up in the future. And that's going to be it for this one. Thank you very much for your time, and we will catch you in the next video.